All right. Let's all simmer down.
Are you really going to put us through another briefing, Azrael?
Wait, you guys had a briefing before?
Yeah, but it was just us last time. Didn't realize you ladies would get this involved.
I mean, we try not to.
It just seems to happen no matter what.
I think we're cursed.
Don't be negative. Maybe it's all a coincidence.
Do I have to give you a list of all the crazy nonsense that's happened within the last year?
You girls do have a tendency to find trouble.
Even when you're not looking for it.
Oh yes, because we certainly never find trouble at all.
That's a fair point.
All right, enough. This is less a briefing and more an update of the recent events,
So, a debriefing.
however you'd like to see it. As I'm sure you've all surmised, it was I that stepped in and calmed the French down.
We appreciate that, Miss Spectre.
Well, you're welcome. I admit the situation got quite complicated. I didn't realize anything had happened at first, given the whole being frozen in time thing. But I was able to get a hold of both MI6 and France's DGES. Both were already aware of the Cold Throne issue, though the French had no knowledge of that base at Normandy.
How did they manage to hide that thing?
We aren't sure. We're still combing through the wreckage along with our allies, and we have found evidence of some advanced cloaking technology. The base was built into the cliffside, so it's likely, normally, it was concealed as just part of the cliff. As for how and when they built it, we have no earthly clue, but there's not evidence France knew a thing about this.
You seem quite confident in that.
That's because we spy on our allies, too. If France was somehow involved or concealing information, she'd already know.
Some things never change.
Anyway. Cold Throne is unlikely to recover from this anytime soon. The capture of 4 of their top members is also a major victory.
3.
4, damn you. You realize you almost caused another international incident by concealing her, right?
What are you going to do about it?
I'm half tempted to supply you with the mountain of incident paperwork on my desk, but I know you'll just ignore it anyway. But, as Skylar alluded, Katerina Balalaika is not being held as a prisoner in the technical sense. After a brief discussion, with Skylar, we've decided to give her the same treatment as Mina was given. She is to be on a probation here at the museum where she can be watched.
I thank you for seeing reason.
You realize if anything goes wrong, it's on you.
I'll vouch for Katerina too. She's the one who told me how to destroy the flash freeze device. I never would have thought to do that without her help.
Katerina's actions were considered before making this decision. I hope you all trust your respective squad leaders' judgment on this. As for the others, they are being held in detention pending proper interviews.
By which you mean interrogations.
As if the CIA knows any other way.
That depends how cooperative they are. The only one not on the schedule for now is Yelizaveta Su-15.
The flagon? She lived?
Barely. She's in critical condition. We're doing our best, but it's unknown if she'll recover. Obviously, we can't talk to her, but we'll see what her friends have to say. As for the 2 that got away...
2.
I thought only one flew off. The felon, right?
There was another behind all this. We haven't determined her exact identity at this point, but we believe she managed to escape. Hopefully the interviews will give us a clue as to who she is and where she went.
What about all the ships? Are they all right?
I am happy to report all naval vessels have safely returned home. You girls were lucky all the Iowa sisters were visiting each other on the East Coast when this went down. The regular Navy was stalled because their crews were all frozen and they couldn't move with them stuck on board. Lady Bismarck is currently tied up next to New Jersey. The cover story is that she's not the original Bismarck, but a replica constructed in secret.
Wait, you're not telling anyone she's the real deal?
And just how are they supposed to do that? Oh, yes, everyone. There is magic tech that can rebuild and resurface an entire battleship in a matter of minutes.
Well, when you put it that way.
Bismarck has already been briefed about this and is all right with it. Many have already gone to see her. Even if they think she's a replica, she's quite impressive. She and New Jersey are getting along rather well. Lastly, there's the matter of Yulia.
The other one that got away.
Can't believe she had the nerve to try and steal from the museum.
To be fair, she did think we were all frozen. We conked her right on the head.
Wish I could have seen it.
Yulia has gone into hiding. We don't know where she is, but we do know she's with the Russian shuttle Baron. Her next move, or her goals, are unknown. But she's considered a major threat, especially after that space station incident.
Enterprise.
I heard. She will be missed. Either way, this is what we have to work with for the moment. Your goal, as always, is to protect your home. I'm just keeping you all informed.
We appreciate it, Miss Spectre.
Oh, that reminds me. You're all free to leave, but Dallas, could you stay after for just a few minutes?
Huh? Sure, of course.
Don't worry, you're not in any trouble. The opposite, honestly. Here, this is for you.
What? Wait, is this...
The Medal of Honor. I had a talk with the president. Naturally, he had to be informed of the situation. Your near-suicidal tunnel dive saved the world. You know that, right?
I mean, I didn't do it alone. I'm not even enlisted anymore. I shouldn't.
The president felt an exception should be made. Given the secrecy of the whole thing, the normal ceremony isn't possible. But you've earned this, General.
Wait, General?
The promotion is largely superficial with you being retired and all, but I convinced the Air Force to authorize that bit too. You're now the highest-ranking resident in the museum, followed by Colonel Schuyler. I want you two to work together to make this place a safe home for everyone.
Wow. I don't know what to say. But thank you, Spectre. I promise I won't let you down.
I'm sure you won't. And enjoy the vacation.
Vacation?
As it turned out, Spectre decided to quietly authorize some funds for us to all. Finally, take a nice trip to the Swiss Alps. The director certainly had no issue with it, and we could use the break. I even brought Hans along. He likes chasing rabbits. I don't quite know what the future holds for us, but I must say I haven't been this happy in a long time. It's not just that we'd saved the world. The truth is, I just like having so many wonderful friends from all walks of life. Hopefully, this time, the peace will last us for a fair bit. I don't want to say forever, since that doesn't seem like something that's in the cards for warbirds like us. But for a while at least, we can relax. Dallas is still getting used to me calling her General. Not sure if she honestly likes it or not, but I can say she definitely deserves it. I've never flown with a better leader. I'd follow her anywhere, and I'm sure the others feel the same way. Sophia and Momo have become like sisters lately. It's nice to see them getting along so well. Gisela is still her quiet yet sarcastic self. Ellie and Amber usually just run around trying to keep Tabitha from scratching furniture. Hans is so much more well-behaved. Celeste just laughs. Skylar's been spending a lot of time on her phone. I think she's talking to her mother. I'm glad she's able to make up for all that lost time. As for me, I'm just my usual self, making friends where I can and doing what's right. And right now, what's right is for me to enjoy this view.